Good afternoon. Today is Thursday, May the 28th, 2020. And this is a virtual account that I have, which means it's paper trading. And I always recommend that when you're new to trading or investing in the stock market, you start by using a paper trading account. So this way you get used to learning how to trade without no real risk involved. But ultimately you want to start using real money. But for now, I just want to show you a strategy that I'm implementing. The last time I recorded, I basically showed you a video where I made promises, where I promised to particularly buy a stock if it should fall to a certain amount. Well, in this particular case, let's take Amazon, for instance, AMZ, and as you'll see right here, that's the stock symbol. Now, Amazon is a $2,400 stock, so most of us cannot afford to buy 100 shares of Amazon. Well, I'm going to show you how I can make some money off of Amazon by controlling 100 shares. So even though I won't own 100 shares, but I can control 100 shares of stock and still make some money. So I'm going to click on trading and then I'm going to click on options. Okay, so that brings me up to the option chain. And in the middle, you have what is called the strikes, where you see my mouse going up and down. This is called the strike price. And these are prices where I agree to buy or sell at, or someone agrees to buy and sell at. The expiration here is check, which is called May 29th. So that's this Friday. And I'm going to do a one-day trade. I want to try something. So I want to see if I can make a nice little return in one day. So I'm going to scroll down, okay, until I can get to where I can collect some premium. Okay. Now, if I was to try to sell one of these contracts, like let's say the 2375, and collect $182, okay? But this is $2,375 to strike. I gotta have a lot of money on hand, because if I click preview, right? Look at the resulting margin buy power. I gotta have almost $16,000 on hand. So let's assume let's just say I got a $500 account or $1,000 account. Well, I wouldn't be able to execute a trade like this on Amazon. So how could I make some money off of Amazon, which is a high price stock? So I'm gonna click on edit, right? And what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna change this where it says here, call and put. I'm gonna change this to vertical. Okay. Now all a vertical is a spread trade, which means I'm buying a put and and selling another put, or I'm buying a call and selling another call. So it's just a vertical spread. And if I buy a call, or if I buy a put and sell another put, that's a vertical debit spread. If I buy a call and sell another call, that's a vertical call credit spread, okay, debit spread. Okay, the first example was the put side. The second example was the call. In this example, I'm going to basically click on this bid price. So what I'm telling the software here, and this is E-Trade, by the way, as you can see, Power E-Trade. What I'm telling the software is this. Okay. I'm going to click on this little 90 cents right here, or 85 cents, because it just changed 90 cents. I'm going to click on that. Now, what I am doing here is I am selling the 2410. So that means the stock is at 2433. I'm going to sell the 2410. Okay, and I'm going to buy the 2405. So that means if the stock goes below 2405, I'm going to suffer what is called max loss, because what I'm doing is a credit spread here. So what I want the stock to do is to stay above that sold strike of 2410. Okay, And I'm going to collect about 80 cents here, as you can see. This is a one-day trade. Well, what I'm going to do is actually, you know what, go a little safer. I'm going to do the 2400 and the 23.95. Okay, and collect about 50 cents, because now this is a little safer. 2400. So all I really want is the stock to stay above 2400 and the stock to stay above 2400. Okay, but if it goes below 23.95, I will suffer a max loss. Now you will say, what is the max loss? Well, it's the difference of the strike. So in this case, it's a $5 wide strike minus the credit received. So, and I'm going to show you on a spreadsheet example. So if I pull over my spreadsheet, okay, so I'm going to say 2400. And 23.95. Okay, and let's say premium is 50 cents. $5 wide, so I'm risking $4.50 to make 50 cents. And if I'm right, I make a nice 11% return in one day. That's actually pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit preview. Okay. This tells you the summary, the credit that I would receive. The commission and fees is $1. So I'm going to click send. Okay. Now view positions. Bingo. So you see, now the trade went through. So what is that? That was called a put credit spread. Okay, and in the put credit spread, I'm collecting income. So I'm collecting. So if I click on this portfolio, Amazon vertical. The net cost base is right here. You see that? So I actually collected 63 cents. Really 64 cents, but I'm going to round down just to be a little more conservative. 0.64. So if I'm right, I make almost a nice 15% return in one day. Okay, and I'm going to monitor this trade to see what happens tomorrow. But basically, this is called a put credit spread. So basically, in a put credit spread, you don't care what the stock does. You just want it to stay above a certain price. In this particular case, I want it to stay above 2,400 by tomorrow. If it stays above 2,400 by tomorrow, this trade will expire worthless. That means it will go down to zero. And I get to keep the $64 anyway. And if I wanted to, I can do whatever I want, assuming this was real money. I could withdraw that money. I can do whatever I want with that money, but that would be nice $64 that would come right into my account immediately. Okay. And I can do whatever I want with that money. And so, that's a nice put credit spread. Now I'm going to be looking at, like, let's say, well, I may be able to try to take advantage of both sides of the market. Okay? And this is called this is the Russell 2000 index. Okay? And so, let me click on trading. And this is also going to be a one-day trade. And I'm going to, instead of saying vertical, well, yeah, I'm going to say vertical. Leave it at vertical. Go all the way down. Boom, boom. Okay. So I'm going to, the stock is trading at, the stock is trading for, or in this case, the index, should I say, is trading for $1,429. So again, this is a very expensive stock, or in this case, an expensive index. So if I want to make some money off of here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the 1405. I'm going to click on this cell right here in the 1405. Okay, 1400. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an option. And I'm going to go to the call side. And I'm going to say sell, or in this case, buy. 1429, let's say, I'm going to, $14.80, and I'm going to add another option, and I'm going to say sell. And this, on this particular strike, I'm going to, instead of saying 1480, 1475. Now, what am I doing? I'm taking advantage of both sides of the market. So that means if I was to do a trade lab, I should have did that before I showed you guys this, but that's okay. So basically, here, so I'm going to say RUT. For the Russell, here I'm going to say copy this. It says stay sold. Strike, I'm going to say put. Buy, put, sold, call, buy, call. Let me just do this, space it out a little bit. Bam. Bam. Okay. So the sold put I'm doing in this case, or the put was 1405, 1400. So I'm selling the 1405. 1400, and I'm selling on the call side 1475 and buying the 1480. Okay, we're going to say premium. $0.75. Okay, the strike. In this case, it's going to be, let's see, equals, whoops. This minus this. Actually, you know what? In this case, it's just $5. So I'm going to just simply say $5. So the strike is $5 wide. Oops. So the max loss equals the $5 minus the 75 cents. So I'm risking $4.25 to make to make 75 cents. Okay, and my ROI just equals the profit. The profit that I collect divided by the risk involved, the money that I'm shelling out. Change this to percentage. So if I'm right, I make a 17.65% return. That's acceptable to me. So I'm going to click preview and send. Okay, it said pending, so that means this trade hasn't gone through yet. Hopefully it goes through. But the trade that I just executed was called an Iron Condor. And basically all I'm looking for the stock to do is to stay between a range. To stay between 1,400. Okay. Let me pull back up my spreadsheet. So basically I want the stock to stay between 1,405 and 1,475. If the stock stays between those two prices, or in this case the index, should I say stay between those two prices, okay, this trade will expire worthless. So let's see. It hasn't gone through yet. So basically, so those are what you would call a vertical spread. So I did a vertical put spread. A vertical put credit spread. That's what I did to collect somebody. So I'm taking less risk because I'm only risking a certain amount. Okay. All I'm risking is here, the most I can lose is $436 in Amazon. Okay. That's the most I can lose. No matter no matter how far below Amazon goes, all I can lose is $436. So I am defining my risk, but I'm getting $64 in the event that, hey, to take on that risk. I'm getting paid $64 to take on that risk. And in the RUT example, in the Iron Condor example, okay, I'm risking $425 to make $75. Now, again, this is not great risk to reward per se, but what it is because I'm getting paid to take risk, okay, the risk reward is going to always be a negative. So in this particular case, I have a good chance, to profit on these trades. So if they expire worthless, I make $75 plus $64. You see 64 cents and 75 cents. You just multiply it by 100 shares because each contract controls 100 shares of stock. So basically, that's 9, 7. Okay, I can make a good amount here. Okay, here's my total. If I'm right. This plus this. So I'm basically making $139 for one day, or $1.39, but multiplied by 100 shares, $139 for one day. That's pretty good. Okay? So that's basically how that works. Okay, talk to you later. Bye-bye.